What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Combat Sports Media YouTube channel. And just so you know, we're going to be talking about breaking down and giving out a prediction for the Shane Mosley Jr. versus Jesus Ramos WBC interim middleweight title fight. Now, let's talk about Shane Mosley. Shane is a tall fighter, even for the middleweight division. He has fought as high as super. He even held a regional title at super middleweight. I believe his defeat over Gabe Rosado was actually at super middleweight. So he has some pretty good wins and has done some of his best work at super middleweight. Now this fight, of course, is going to be at middleweight. He will naturally be the bigger fighter for sure going into this fight. Jesus Ramos, on the other hand, was a fighter campaigning at the super welterweight limit, which is 154 pounds, and really didn't have seemingly any intentions of campaigning as a middleweight. This is kind of an opportunity and a fight that came up that he was willing to take and jump on. And I'm sure he's happy and delighted to fight for a world title as well. But going back to Shane, you know, I believe he's one of those guys that, regardless of what we may believe or think, I think he started boxing a little later than we all would assume. I think he started around his late teens. So in much of his professional career, he was still in the beginning development phases, unlike a lot of other professionals which have a decade at least under their belt when they become pro. He didn't have that. So he had to develop as he went along, and he didn't look good, to be quite frank with you, especially earlier on. But he always had the athleticism, the size, and the heart, you know. And even though you could see that he may not be developed, he always had that potential. You could just physically look at him and see how he moves around and stuff like that. It just, his focus sometimes was questionable. His dedication may be a little questionable at times when he was younger. And also, he was just developing. But, however, he went into the Contender Series, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I'm not even sure about that. But sometime, like right before the Gabe Rosado fight, is where something clicked with this guy. And ever since then, he's been getting only better and better and better. Shane is very fast, very athletic, as we would all assume, but at the same time, he's very sharp and accurate puncher who has experience and IQ under his belt now as well. So he's a dangerous guy to fight. He just recently beat former world champion at 160, Danny Jacobs. And that's a great win. So he's definitely at the world-class level, regardless of what a lot of people would have thought before. So moving on to Jesus Ramos. Ramos, like I said, has been campaigning at 154. He has a loss to Erickson Lubin, but he does have a good win against Johan Gonzalez and Joey Spencer. But he's a good fighter. He's a southpaw. He comes forward, breaks you down, does not have that one-punch knockout power, but he's very aggressive, looking to break you down. Very dedicated fighter, always comes in shape, strong as hell. He's not one of those guys that is easy to move around. You're gonna have to have some major skills and some pop to beat this guy. And I believe going into the prediction, yeah, he is a southpaw. And so going on to my prediction, I have to go with Shane Mosley Jr. because he's red hot right now. He's very athletic, and he's naturally bigger, longer, and I expect him to use his straight punches, mainly his jab, and of course his right cross, and his feet to box his way to a 12-round clear decision. Jesus is going to be a game. He's going to keep coming, but his size and the style is just, I don't think he's going to be able to get enough work done to be able to win a decision in this one. I expect him to go to full distance, but yeah, so that's my prediction. There you have it, folks. Thank you for watching. Plenty of more content to come, and y'all have a good one.